If you've ever felt like no matter what you do, it's never enough, then what I'm about to tell you may be the most uncomfortable truth you'll ever hear. For years, I kept running into the same nightmare in different faces, different women, different backgrounds, different stories, yet the same emotional pattern repeating like a glitch in reality. In the beginning, everything felt perfect. The affection, the warmth, the peace. Then slowly, consistently, the shift would happen. Every choice I made became wrong. Every flaw I had became magnified. Every effort I put in was somehow still not enough. I used to think I was the problem, until I realized something disturbing. The dissatisfaction I was drowning in didn't start with me at all. It started inside them long before I ever arrived. And what I discovered next changed every relationship I ever had. Because what if the unhappiness you're trying to fix was never yours to carry? There's a psychological mechanism, deep, quiet, ancient, formed long before adulthood. A program built from genetics, childhood stories, and emotional patterns buried so deep that even the person living them rarely notices. Some people grow up with a brain wired toward scarcity, toward danger, toward what's wrong instead of what's right. And when that wiring runs deep, the mind becomes a constant critic, not of the world, not of the partner, but of itself. Yet the criticism gets projected outward. I saw this in families, 3 generations repeating the same emotional script. The grandmother lived unhappy, the mother lived unhappy, and the daughter learned that unhappiness is simply how life feels. Not because they want it, but because it's familiar. And the human mind always returns to the familiar, even if it hurts. This was the first pattern I kept crashing into. Internal chaos disguised as relationship problems. But the real twist? Childhood doesn't just shape emotions, it shapes the partners we choose. Every chronically unhappy partner I dated shared one of 2 emotional backstories. First, a wounded relationship with the father. Not always violent, sometimes just distant, cold, or unpredictable. This plants a seed: men will fail me. So when they grow up, they expect disappointment. They search for it, and eventually, they create it. Second, a mother who was never satisfied. A childhood spent absorbing sighs, complaints, and bitterness. A home where warmth had a price and peace was rare. Children don't learn what we say. They learn what we live. So she grows up believing love means complaining. Connection means criticism. Being a woman means being unhappy. These emotional programs become the blueprint for adulthood. A blueprint she doesn't even know she's using. And when real love enters her life, it feels wrong, unfamiliar, suspicious. So she pushes it away, attacks it, tests it, breaks it. Not because she wants to, but because peace feels unsafe. But the biggest trigger of all comes from a place modern psychology is only beginning to understand. Modern life has created a silent emotional trap. People now compare their real relationships to Disney fantasies, romantic movies, and social media perfection. But real love isn't a movie. It isn't constant passion. It isn't endless gifts and drama. It's bills. It's routine. It's 2 imperfect people building something real. But if someone believes love should fix their emptiness, no partner will ever be enough. I watched this happen over and over. She'd say, if he just earned more, I'd feel happy. He earns more. She's still unhappy. If we move into a new house, I'll feel fulfilled. They move. Same unhappiness. Because none of those external changes heal an internal void. Envy, comparison, constant checking what others have. It poisons joy. It turns gratitude into resentment. And the partner becomes the scapegoat for wounds he didn't create. You cannot fill a hole carved by someone else's past. But there's one more layer, darker than all the rest, and most people never see it until it's too late. Some people become so used to being unhappy that it becomes an identity. They bond with friends through sadness. They feel validated through complaints. They avoid responsibility by pointing the finger outward. Unhappiness becomes home. Peace becomes uncomfortable. And when you love someone who lives in that emotional state, you start sacrificing yourself piece by piece. You try harder, give more, fix problems you didn't cause, carry wounds that aren't yours, until eventually You lose yourself trying to save someone who doesn't want to be saved yet. Here's the hardest truth I ever had to accept. You cannot heal a partner who is not ready to heal themselves. If they were unhappy before you, they will be unhappy with you, and they will be unhappy after you. Love can support someone, but it cannot replace the work they refuse to do. The only real question is, was this person capable of happiness before you arrived? Because if the answer is no, you're fighting a battle that isn't yours. And the more you understand this invisible emotional programming, the less power it has to destroy your relationships, your confidence, and your life. If you're ready to go deeper, the next truth might change you forever.